Welcome, friends, it is I, your LostScarf, and it's time for what happened to Agni. Well, he did some soul searching, went back to India, did this and that, and he realized he wants to be even angrier. There he is, right there, Agni. And damn is he angry looking. He does not look happy at all. He just looks like he wants to murder the ever-loving crap out of everyone and everything. And we're going to enjoy doing that. Now we're going to look at general changes, item changes, god changes, and then finally we'll look at Agni in practice mode, and then we'll do a match with him. Conquest or Arena, I don't know yet, but we'll see later in the day for that part. But let's get going. Alright, there he is. Agni. Looking angry. Also looks like he worked out, because he's got no neck. Holy crap. There you go. And that's cool. He got blue and red right there. Could we get a skin where he does both? That'd be kind of cool to see, wouldn't it? Let's go ahead and take a closer look at him before we talk about the UI. So, Agni. There he is. Spin around. And then we got Incinerator Agni. Something to note is Volcanic has not been changed. It's still as cool as it always has. Volcanic's just an awesome skin, and there you go. So if you want something kind of classic, there you go. Then we got over here with the gold skin, and then the black gold skin. So there you go, right there. They've also updated Gravehound Anubis, but you can't see it here. He has like maggots and stuff with his abilities, and that's pretty cool to see. And then they've also updated Thor. Where's Thor? He's in the T's, so Thor's over here. Blood Eagle Thor now has, like, tribes assets when he does stuff. Like his wall, it's a bunch of tribe stuff, and I don't remember where it's from. It's been a while since I played tribes, but there you go. Let's talk about the general stuff. So, over here, now you have an icon. And right now I only have one icon. Then there's the icon store. What does it take to buy these things? Favor. Alright, does anything require... Okay. Denton requires gems. Alright. This donut requires favor. Good, good, because I'd be sad if that required gems. And you can just have the gods if you want as well. So you can have these different gods as your specific images, and you can't beat the donut. I'm getting a donut. I know Bart also picked the donut. Donuts are awesome. There you go. And that's a happy-looking Kraken. Where's the Quacken? Where's the Quacken? Where's the Quacken? There's no Quacken. There's no Quacken? There's no Quacken. What? What? Oh, Phoenix looks pretty good. You got the Odin symbol. But there's no Quacken. I am kind of sad there's no Quacken. Is there a Manticore? Jade Rabbit, nice. There's no Manticore, is there? What? There's a Raven. There's Thanatos. There's no Manticore. You have the Minotaur, but no Manticore? Or am I blind? No, I don't see it. I don't... wait, is it over here? No, it's Tusky. That's a baseball. There's no Manticore. Oh, there's Quacken. Alright, there's Quacken. You can also have the chocolate rabbit. There's no Manticore. You have made me sad, Hi-Rez. You have made a grown man cry. Oh, wow. Still, that's pretty cool. I got a donut now. That's cool. And you can see on your friends list... What? Wrong one. Your friends list, how everyone's symbols are. Right now, everyone's got this one. Got an Amazon cow here. Another person with a donut. Nice. So there you go. So as people go, they'll probably have different icons. And that's a nice little touch. Nice little touch of having that. And let's talk about the general stuff. So some general things. They have more voice commands. So VAT will be towers. 1, 2, and 3 will be left, middle, and right. And if there's no tower, then it'll go to Phoenix. So that's cool there. There's also special arena ones, VDM and VAM. VDM is defend the portal, and VAM is attack the minion. There's also god banter in the game, and you have to see those as you get gods running into each other. I don't know who has the banter. I haven't seen it yet, but I can't wait to see. They've done some artistic changes to Escort Arena and Conquest. Conquest map has some, not towers, has some statues in them. There's a Manticore statue, there's a Minotaur statue, there's a couple other statues in there, so that's pretty cool there. Now, one that's important to people who like Assault is what they've done to Assault. And I explained this in the Odin video, is that it's fully random now, but they do balance for healers. So what happens is... they'll do Team 1, they'll randomize to Team 1, and then they'll see how many healers are on Team 1. Then they'll put as many healers on Team 2 and randomize the rest. So, there's no more balancing for magical and physical. It's fully random, but healers get balanced. I honestly would rather have magical, physical balanced and healers balanced for both than going full random with that, because full random is going to see some really bad run-overs, and I like to see at least some balance, but Assault, of course, is supposed to be random fun, so it's going to be random fun. So there you go there. Seeing what else there is. They made tweaks to kill notifications. They are working on performance, by the way. Those of you who have had a hard time playing the game, they've been working on performance. Hopefully it's better. I know I've been seeing some dips myself. And I got a pretty good computer, so I'm like, damn, what the hell's going on here? So people with very bad computers are just not able to play the game anymore. I'm hearing that from viewers. So hopefully with these improvements that people will be able to play the game again. They've also made it for you'll have more time to choose your skins in Assault instead of just 10 seconds after you get picked. Like I think it's 30 seconds. So you have time to pick your skins because you don't choose your characters, but you can change your skin. So there you go with that. Oh, I also forgot about Assault. The gods that are counted as healers. They are as follows. Aphrodite, Chang'e, Cupid, Guan Yu, Hel, and Ra. Those 6 are the ones who are counted. Everyone else is not counted. So Hades has a little heal, but it's not counted. Isis can heal with her ultimate, not counted. Just stuff like that, not counted. Free god rotation this week is Agni, Artemis, Loki, Sobek, and Sun Wukong. Oh yeah, one more thing. Custom games. You can now surrender early. This is great for me and Jinx, because what you do is you go into a custom game and you do your machinima, and then you gotta wait until 10 minutes to surrender, and then you can do another one. So this will be great for me and Jinx. We spent maybe, see how many gods are there? There's 49 gods times 10. We spent 49 times 10 minutes worth of time on the confessions because we had to just get them all. So that was a long time. With the surrender, we could have made that time less so long. Alright, well there you go. Let's go ahead and talk about items next. Alright, so the first big thing to talk about has got to be the new tree for Executioner, Size, and Aussie. Queen's Blade is gone now. They combined these 3 into one tree. I don't know what they're going for here. Try to simplify things, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it complicates things instead. And what happens here is you just buy your tier 1, and then you can go into tier 2 with these 2, and then go ahead and buy the tier 3 for each of these. Unlike boots, you can buy all 3. It's not like boots where you can only buy one. You can buy all 3. And the interesting thing is you go from here and you go up to here. But you can also go from here and go up to here. And then you can also just own the light blade as well. So you can have all 3 of these. You just can't have 2 of the same thing. And you go up and then you can buy each. See? You can own 1 of each thing, as you can see in the corner right there. So there you go. You can own Executioner, Aussie, Queen Size. You can own all these items. It's just a way to mix them up if you want and stuff like that on the way to getting to these items. People were concerned you can only have 1 of each. I mean, you could only have 1. But no, you can have all of them. There you go. So now let's talk about the other items. So why did I show you that tree in an actual match instead of showing it here? Well, this is why. It's a bug, and I gotta report it to Hi-Rez, and that is, here's Executioner, right? You buy Executioner. Now, let's go ahead and buy Queen Size. It replaces Executioner. It's treating it like the boot tree, so you can't actually look at your builds. That is not good. Not at all. So, there's a bug there, gotta report it. Now let's talk about the item changes. First up is the items that are no longer here. They have gotten rid of Aussie level 1 and 2. They've also gotten rid of, well, Quinn's Blade's level 1 and 2, and Quinn's Blade itself and Executioner level 1 and 2. They also got rid of the Divine Wrath, Brawler's Cudgel, Hydra's Demise, and Bracer of Replenishment, because nobody used them for the most part. They did keep the overtime stacks, which is a surprise to me, because I just don't think they're worth the value. I think the stacks are just better value, so there you go with that. So let's talk about the Brawler's Beat Stick. There it is. So they changed the stats on it. It's plus 40 physical power, plus 20 physical penetration, and the passive is 40% reduced healing regeneration for 8 seconds. The old one used to be 25% for 2 or 3 seconds, can't remember exactly, with 2 stacks on it. So 50% for 2 or 3 seconds. That's not that great. It's good for flash healing, but the opponent could always just wait 2 or 3 seconds then heal. And it doesn't do anything for someone like Hercules. So having it longer really helps out with Hercules, and also it helps out with people who have sustain items like the Stone of Gaia, after all. So there you go. Being the physical power and penetration, getting rid of the lifesteal. Now, what this does is really, it shows you that it's geared towards breaking open someone who has good sustain and some good armor on them, which is mostly going to be warriors you're dealing with there for that. But you can still use it on mages who may be building armor as well. And then Divine Ruin has their own version of it as well. It's the exact same passive, but I'll show you anyway. There you go. Same passive. There you go. But also, Polynomicon got nerfed. It used to be 100% magical power contribution to your basic attack. Now it is 85%. Still pretty strong as balls, just not as strong. Certain mages could just destroy you pretty hard with it, so they've weakened it a bit. So there you go. Next up is Eye of Retaliation. Here we go. So they've changed the stats on this one as well. Plus 4 to physical power, plus 15 to magical protection and physical protections. And then they changed the passive. It used to be basically Hercules passive. Now it's this. When you're above 50% health, you gain 20 physical power. When you're below, you gain 20 protection. So what does this mean? Well, it means this is definitely an item for bruisers and people who have to get in there and get out. So certain assassins could use this as well. And what you do is you initiate with plus 20 physical power, beat the crap out of people, maybe get some kills. And then when they turn around and start beating the crap out of you, you can get away with an extra 20 protection. So that's pretty nice there. Pretty good for escaping. So run in and do your fearless combo with Tyr, and then get out of there when they start wailing on you. Run in with Hercules, do a bunch of damage and get out. I'll run in with Nemesis, do a bunch of damage and get out. Loki, just certain assassins and warriors will have good advantage using the Eye of Retaliation. And then here's a kicker to put on top of this, which Katie the Vixen pointed out. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. And that is Eye of Retaliation plus Aussie. There you go. Aussie gives you, when you're below 35 health, basically 40 physical lifesteal. With 40 physical lifesteal and plus 20 protections for 5 seconds at least, you're going to be hard to kill. You might even get out of that situation, get back to over 50 HP. Really, that's pretty good there. So it's a nice combination there, and thanks for pointing it out, Katie. Next up, Gauntlet of Thebes. Alright, so here it is. They've taken away the stacks, because when you're a support with this item, you're not killing things. You are setting things up. That's pretty much it. So now that you don't need to get stacks, that's good. You get flat 600 HP at the final level, and it's cheap as balls. $18.50 for this item. Holy crap, that's some good value there. And this is probably going to be a must-buy on Geb, and I'll tell you the math on it in a second. But first, let's talk about Ankh of Bear and Ankh of Golem. Seeing how you can get all this much HP, it's time to think about, well, would you rather get Golem over Bear? That is a question, because people usually get Bear, and they don't really get Golem. So take a look at those items there. So Ankh of Bear and Ankh of Golem. So Ankh of Bear, 15% of your physical protection is converted to physical power. Ankh of Golem is 1% of your maximum health is converted to physical power. So what does this mean? Well, the cap on protection is 325. The cap on HP is 5,500. Well, let's just think about the caps. At 15% of 325, you get 48.75 physical power. At 5,500 HP, you get 55 physical power. So at maxes, you get more out of Ankh of Golem than you would out of Ankh of Bear. And if you want to figure out which one would be best, like, you build up all your items, see how you build your tank, and have Gauntlet of Thebes in there, and you say, okay, I have this much HP, this much protection, do the math, and you'll know which one's better. But at caps, it's of course Ankh of Golem. Once you hit 4,900 HP, you have better physical power than you would with Ankh of Bear. So there you go there. So, there you go. Let's also talk about Geb's shield, though. The gauntlet with Geb's shield. Now, Geb gets 18% of his max HP is put on that shield, plus at maximum level 200 HP. So just think about the 18%. 18% of 5,500 HP is 990 on the shield. At the 200, that's 1190. So Geb's shield is pretty damn good if you can get him the max HP. Even if you don't get him the max HP, Gauntlet of Thebes is going to give him a really nice bonus to his shield. So that's nice for him. And there you go. Hydra's Lament has been changed as well. They changed the passive. It used to be 150% of your basic attack would be your next attack, and now they made it just 50% of your physical power is your next attack damage. So what that did there is just made the math easier, and as far as I can understand it, it's actually weaker now, which is unfortunate if it is. I tried to do the math and I'm like a little confused. So there you go with that. And lastly, we have the nerf to Hand of the Gods. Now, it only kills 3 minions. That's it. 3 minions. 3 minions. Doesn't matter what. Only kills 3 minions. I believe Goldfear and Fire Giant are not counted, though, but it only kills 3 minions. That's it. So who used the Hand of the Gods? They did this to reduce usage of Hand of the Gods, because support, jungle, and solo lane would get Hand of the Gods, and sometimes the other roles would get them as well. So they just wanted less usage of the Hand of the Gods. So what does this do for jungler? Nothing. Except for how well you can clear a lane. But as far as jungling, doesn't do anything. It's still the same. You're good. You're fine. You're good. Support, what does this do? Well, you don't have a choice. You always got to get Hand of God 3 because you got to do objective clearing. So you're just going to be less effective in killing minions for your lane. But what does this do for solo warrior? That's the question. And it probably hurts them a lot when you think about everything. When you think about the anti-healing and you think about what they've done to Hand of the Gods. You had a wave clear every 3 waves pretty much, or every 2 waves depending on if you got the level 2 Hand of the Gods. And so this affects the warriors in the solo lane quite a bit. Also the anti-healing. Most warriors have some way of sustaining themselves. Now with the anti-healing, they're going to have less way of sustaining themselves. It does also affect, of course, Chang'e and Hell in the solo lane, but they have the means to clear, while as most warriors do not. Tyr can still clear kind of well, Hercules can still clear kind of well, Shot can still clear kind of well, but the other warriors I worry about, maybe Sun Wukong, though his cudgel's not as good, I think. So I worry about certain warriors. Also, Vamana's going to get hit pretty hard by this. And anyone else he used in there that I didn't say. And so mages are going to have a clear advantage in the solo lane, while warriors are going to be at a disadvantage, I feel. But I could be wrong about this. A lot of people are saying this is the death of the solo lane warrior. I don't know if it is. I have to test it out myself and see. But it is going to be a harder road for them. That is for dang sure. And that's really everything. So that's it for the items. Now it's time to talk about the gods. Alright, we're looking at god changes. First up is Agni. Now what happened here is Agni's combo, Noxious Fumes plus Rainfire, was not working out for laggy people. They just could not land it. So they have shortened the recovery time on Rainfire by 0.2 seconds. Now it was gone from 0.6 to 0.4. So you should be able to do the combo now, but people are still complaining they can't do it. So I gotta see if I can do it myself. I was able to do it before. We'll see if I still can. Other thing though is because the shortening means you can dump those 3 ults on somebody a lot faster now. So good for you with that. Nemesis nerf. So what happened here? Scales of Fate. It's more of a balancing than a nerf really is. She gets half as much from magical powered people than physical powered people. And it makes sense because magical power you get a lot easier. There's a cap 400 on physical power. The cap on magical power is 900, so there's a big difference there. So now she only gains half of that, which is fine. That makes sense. Slice and Dice got nerfed by a cooldown increase. It's now 10 seconds from 7 seconds. And this is still fine. You can do this quite often still. It's just not as often. And then there's Divine Judgment, where they took away 25% of her movement speed. So now it's only 25 flat. That's it. Only 25. Used to be up to 50, now it's just 25. So you steal 25, you gain 25, and you're kind of fast, but not as fast as it used to be. And the reason they gave is that Nemesis isn't dying much. She's still very slippery, so they gave the means of not being able to slow people as often, and not being able to run away as well. She still gets protections from her ultimate, though, so she might still be fine. She's still got Retribution, all these things. She still should be slippery, but not as slippery, and she should die a little bit more. That's what they're hoping for, at least. I think Nemesis will be fine with this. Nemesis won't be able to chase as hard because she can't do her Slice and Dice as often, but she will still wreck house, so she's okay. Amazon Cobb, the one I'm not sure about. His honey got nerfed. Now it is 8, 21, 34, 47, and 60 per tick with 15% physical power contribution. It used to be 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 per tick with 20% contribution. Now, the reason they did this is because he would clear waves as easily as Alaquang with 2 levels of honey. And just 1 hive. That's all you needed. And you could just clear just as fast as Alaquang. So they wanted to take away his ability to clear so easily so early and see how that goes. I think, let's see, it goes from 21 per tick, from 30 per tick to 21 per tick. So the minions will be pretty low, but not dead yet. But once you get the 3rd level, they're gone again. So it weakens Amazon Cobb's early game, but his late game is still there. Someone was saying, well, it ruined some of Amazon Cobb's differentiation from the other gods, hunter gods, because his wave clear was what he had. And he's still going to have it. It's just you got to get to level 3 instead of level 2 of his honey. But will it hurt him overall? I do not know yet. We'll have to see in the future for that. Kronos has an interesting nerf, and that is to his stop time. And that is, conceptually, it makes sense. What Kronos does is he hits someone with his stop time, and it slows them down to the point they get stunned. So if your god has slow immunity, they don't get stunned. I do not know if Winged Wand is a counter to this or not. I'm going to currently assume it is, but I haven't tested it out yet. I gotta test it later. And I also am not sure if Kali is immune to this as well. I'm going to say yes. But the gods who are immune are Alaquang because of Slither, Loki because of Vanish, Sun Wukong because of Bird and Nope, and Thanatos because of Scent of Death. All those abilities have slow immunity. Kali has immunity to slow with her ultimate, so I'm going to assume it is an immunity. But I could be wrong, because I don't know. Kali's ultimate is a little bit weird about it, because though she's immune to knock-up and stuff, she still gets pulled by Ares' ultimate, because it also counts as a stun. So it's kind of weird how that one works out there. But there you go. Certain gods have kind of a counter to Kronos. Mercury with a buff to maximum velocity. So now he has 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70% attack speed increase instead of what it used to be was 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. What does this do? Well, it makes his early game a little bit better because he can just attack speed faster. So good for him with that. Late game probably doesn't make too much of a difference because you'll be building attack speed on him anyway. But you never know. Maybe that 10% will just help you get to the cap without having to buy another attack speed item. So there you go with that. And they did this because he's been underperforming lately, so hopefully this will help him get better. Now, Nyah has a buff, and that is to their Armillary Sash. It used to be 11 feet wide, now it is 13 feet wide. So Nyah has gained some girth, ladies. So what happened here is the Armillary Sash is a pretty good risk-reward ability, and people would miss it a lot. And when you get it, you know, you're in someone's face, and they can beat the crap out of you while you're beating the crap out of them. It's good to get into wind, fire, wheels, but also it's just a dangerous move, so they want to make it easier to land since you're taking that risk. Now, going back, a nerf to Geb, forgot to mention it, it is rollout nerf. Rollout used to last 7 seconds, now it lasts 6 seconds. And also, you can't do it as often. It used to be flat 10 cooldown, now it is 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10 on the cooldown. And why they do this? Well, Geb could clear really well with rollout, and he could escape really well with rollout. Geb could get just really far away from you pretty easily with rollout. And they just feel like he's overperforming, so they're nerfing his rollout a little bit on time-based, not damage or anything else, to see if that will make Geb not as effective. And it will, but I don't think it's significant enough to make people, you know, really unhappy about it. A nerf to Thanatos. Hovering Death is now 1.5 seconds on casting time. It used to be 1.2 seconds. So what does this mean? It means he's going to die a little more. People used to use, of course, his ultimate as a get-out-of-jail-free card, besides a really good way to kill people. So we're going to see Thanatos die a bit more, which is not a bad thing. Thanatos can be a hell of a terror on teams. And with this, maybe we'll see more play of him. He does get banned quite a bit. And I think he'll still be fine. Thanatos Rex House will just get wrecked a little bit more. Lastly, we have a nerf to Zeus, and that is they took away his attack progression. He used to be 1.5.5. Now it is 1, 1, 1, 1. And you saw that when you fought Zeus, or you fought as Zeus. You know, you're hitting people with your charges, and then you just hit 2 quick charges on them, and then you can go ahead and stun them, or just beat the crap out of them and just kill them in some other way. So now Zeus has got a slower rate of doing his detonations, of doing his attack damage and everything like that. And they're hoping that this will help bring Zeus more in line, because he is pretty strong. And we will see how it goes with that as well. Now let's go ahead and check out Agni. Alright, there we go. We are now Agni, there we go. So he's still looking pretty cool there again. Just do another circle around. There you go. There he is. And let's go ahead and get in there. Lock in. What the hell? The hell? The hell? I'm clicking it. The hell? Are they doing rock, paper, scissors with themselves? Yes, they are. Ah, that's awesome. That is awesome. There we go. Finally locked in. There we go. So let's get going. Did he seriously do rock, paper, scissors with himself? I think he did. That's awesome. That is awesome. He was doing something with his hands. He's doing something with his hands. There we go. Time to burn. There we go. Let's go ahead and get level 5. Now check out the new passive meter right there. That's so cool right there. Look at that. Every 20 seconds just fills up. But there's also, well, this is the alt meter. Now the passive meter, let's go check that out. Got some minions here. You can see by the lines that it's got to be per tick that it fills up or some way like that. Let's see. 1. Yep, there it is. It fills up by line. There we go. 2. 3, nice, and then burn. There we go, so that's cool there. Nice. Now something I'm sad about is he no longer has the floaty walk. He no longer has the astronaut walk. I am so sad about that. I really am. I like that he has fire hands, so you have a better indication of he's got the fire in his hands to do his thing. There we go. A cool thing here is the icons. They've all been updated, so that's really nice there. And there's Noxious Fumes. Here's his run now. Da-da-da-da-da. He runs like that. So he's just looking pretty bad, eh? And there's ultimate. Huzzah! Huzzah! And huzzah! There we go. Now I get max cooldown really quick so we can just see how it affects things now. So there you go. So just look at it fill up. And I'll see the next one fill up in a second. It'll be 12 seconds. And so there you go. They fill up. Now, a funny thing is his head bobs every time he gets a halo for some weird reason. It's like they throw rocks at him or something. Now for the Noxious Fume combo. So, oh! Noxious Fume. Didn't land it. That's no good. Yesterday I could. No. Oh, wait, I don't have the fume up yet. Now, here's what's important. I looked this up because people were complaining about it on Reddit, and here's what's going on is there is a bug with the fumes. There is a bug, and they're fixing it right now. So here we go again. Try to do it. I can land it only like 1 out of every 10 tries. See, I missed it again there, so that's not good. And they're fixing it. I don't know if they're going to hotfix it overnight or hotfix it immediately. I don't know. So I don't know if I should play Agni yet, because this stun combo is actually super duper important. Okay, we got it that time. It's actually a really important combo to have when you're Agni. So I don't know if I'm going to play him today. I might not. I might have to play him later after the patch comes in to fix his problem, because as you can see, I'm landing it like not very often. Let's see if we can land it again. One more try and then we'll get moving, but I am worried about this. But at least they are going to fix this. I'm landing at one every 3 tries, so that's good. I can at least land it a bit, but you want to be able to land it correctly. So maybe today will not be Agni, or we'll just do Agni in Arena or something else. I don't know, but we will see, but we'll see Agni eventually. So that's it for now. That's the patch. Later on today will be a match of some kind, Conquest or Arena. I'm not sure yet. It all depends on whether I want to go forward with Agni or not, or if I want to check out Solo Warrior, or just have some fun with something else. We will see later on today. But that's it for the patch notes. Thanks for coming by and listening, and there you go. I had fun. Hope you had fun watching. That's what's up about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.